Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you with another game of Total War 3 Kingdoms. It's here in the winter of 211, and all is peaceful and well in China. We're wealthy, we've got everything fine, you know, we've ended most of our wars, not this one down here, that'll come soon enough. But, of course, the people, however, meaning me, are restless, and they desire war. Not really. What we're going to do is have a war, though. We're going to declare ourselves the king. This is going to be very excellent. Alright. We're the king. We can get... there... I feel like more experience is good. I mean, we do have a sharing experience mechanic in the faction, though. We'll just take more administrators. They're good anyway. Alright, so it's good to be the king. 211. My power is feared and coveted. I've declared myself emperor. Now it's time to prove it and lead. China out of chaos. And... alright, so the Han have been restored. But this Han Empire is different than this one, and Kong Rong has moved his capital over here to Anping because he has abdicated the throne there, and the Han Empire now is doing its own thing. The Han Dynasty is restored, and we are the emperors here. Now, fortunately, Cao Cao is one of the emperors, which I didn't know if it was going to turn out like that. But this gives us all the reason to move against him. Oh, and I forgot. We need to do this right now. And we're going to, yeah, you know, there's basically nobody left who cares about us doing this, so we are going to annex Shuhan. Because I don't think they'll stay our vassal. It'd be excellent if they did. You know, why don't we... we could just try. No, it's better to take it. Alright, and now we have an absolutely massive swath of land. Yeah, sorry, Liu Bei. You know that I love you, buddy. Alright, so they had no armies, and they actually increase our liabilities because of corruption increasing. 70% corruption, yeah, we're just going to downgrade some of this. I guess we can try to... Kongming. Zhuge Liang, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh yeah, because we would have all of their... so, but we... I guess Guan Yu isn't around. It's sad. But you know, we got some distant relatives, and then we have all of our... our special abilities now, which is going to be, I mean, yeah, very, very good indeed. We've got more minister positions to put out. And, you know, since we are relatives, we can put him in charge of the clan. We'll make Zheng Xiang Minister of Finance. Zhuge Liang can take the job of steward, you know, very, very important there. Zhang Fei, the coachman, as is tradition. Eugen and the guards. Yep, there we go. Now we can start trying to distribute well, first of all, we need to chop this army, right? This army is full of bad units, and we don't need them. That'll get some money back. And I'm pretty sure you have to do it individually, which is a little annoying. Oh, I could just learn the hotkey, though. Alright, so we don't need these guys deployed in the field right now. I will be very happy to get a nice army, including them out soon enough. But we're just going to, you know, the Han in the north is different than this Han down here. We could just leave them alone, but they're very weak. And the prophecy foretells that I'm going to take these places. We need to do, is there like an assignment here to reduce corruption? Yeah, man. We're getting wiped out in our economy. But, you know, we also have several quite expensive armies, so. So we could, like, give away some of this stuff to a vassal, right? We could do. First, we do need to downgrade some of these cities. We just can't. You know, and that'll help some. Oh, and it's like a free tax building because it was from Shu. That's good. %68% corruption. Just wild. But we need to get a couple more administrators, so for that we need to order the places. Right, so Lujiang is the next best one, I guess. Yeah, 68% corruption, jeez. But, you know, when we... put the administrator there, and now, you know, that reduces the corruption by a ton, and then Runan here we will put... Oh, that'll reduce public order. He's not a popular dude. We don't want to take him in then. He has that really good armor. We're going to take it. So that is what a guy I am. You know, we're like almost broke, but I'm like, you know what'll be good? Taking this armor away. And it will be. Because eventually we'll use a regular Vanguard. We will, eventually. One that doesn't have its own unique armor. We probably will. We might. We could. And then we're just going to find the most expensive place that doesn't have a Most expensive, the most profitable place. Got a downgrade here. We've got to, like, we're about to, like, have a war too. I'm doing all this. We should save after we do the housekeeping. Because we just got a lot of stuff when we acquired the lands of Liu Bei. And our food's in fine position because it was already fine before we started. We're gonna fight Wei, like, very quickly here, hopefully very quickly. And because their emperor's seat isn't far away, and their emperor, their king here, is right here. We're viewed as treacherous, so, well, they'll love this then. I guess we wouldn't have needed to wait in the event. Alright, so, because I'm greedy and I think it's fine, I mean, if we don't do this, though, we can get over here in 5 turns. Actually, yeah. She did enough work over there. I kind of wanted to fight these hands. I thought that this was going to be a part of this faction up here, but I don't. Yeah, these are... This is like a whole different Han than the other. Which they might get annexed, but... Okay, so... We actually could annex all of them. Although they aren't willing to do it right now. But they're weak and passive, and as a neighbor, as long as they're alive, we're fine. We'll just move in there whenever that time comes. Alright, alright. It's like I kind of want the garrison there for right now. Alright. Well, the administrators and stuff have gotten us a little bit more money out of there, and after a turn or two of war, we hopefully will make some money. Alright, so 2 armies there, and now it's time for Zhao Run to pop Dianwei here. And we're already viewed as incredibly treacherous, but what are they going to do about it? Like, what are they going to do about it? Big forces arrayed against us, but they... these are just like normal guys, and we have some normal guys ourselves. Like trebuchets with 20 ammo. Just normal dudes. But because this game sometimes crashes after you've made big moves like that. I mean, look at the... Look at that. That's a... this is a different faction. This little slightly paler thing here. You see, the flags sort of look alike from a distance, but they don't look that similar from close up, right? The symbol on them is entirely different, and the colors are very similar. But ours has a little thing on it. Little fringe color. Anyway, this is awesome, and if their emperor seat had been like in Bahai, that would have been convenient too. But we'll just this is fine. We'll just go around. You're like, oh, who the hell Pass? Never heard of her, and just the dynamic of our position here is, and he had a rich faction before. So he's going to be able to get some nice armies out of this. But I have a strong faction already. And if it takes him a few turns to wake up, I'm not going to get him anywhere. Anyway, let's stop talking. Let's start fighting. In the grim dark of the far past, there is only war. Cao Ren. China will only know stability through our victory. It's true. After all, why did his father not simply find a nice wife in Wu and stop this madness? All right, all right. Unobstructed trebuchet. And this is advanced turtle mode here, so with this as the front, your crew on the Juggernaut gets protected from missile fire to a great degree, and you can just anchor the line around them. Now we want to... And then we'll reposition a little forward of this spot here. You know, we've got our Onyx Dragons. Their unit quality is low compared to ours. Our cavalry is the greatest in the land, except no substitutes. We do have uneven speeds in these groupings, though. You know, that's bad. There we go. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so we're gonna see how it works. Alright, so this is like impassable building here. So that'll be very nice to sit on the side of. Here we'll just go like so. If they try to flank, we'll deal with that. Right. And we want the heavy shot cavalry over here because they are the ones that they're gonna be getting in and smashing, right? These cav just walk right into the charge. We're gonna get on here. Wonderful. We're gonna get our bulwark ability. We're gonna take our ranged block chance. Well, we didn't need that. We already had all that. It's like that. I thought it was the other one. Alright, these cav just don't need to stay in the front there. It was good that they got the charge there, but we need to get out. We need to get all of these cav back. Alright, we don't... I was like, I almost made a huge blunder here. We need to get these guys out of the way of the Juggernaut immediately. Because they're just going to open up, and it's going to melt all of these guys. We just need to make sure that You want to duel me? Yeah, I'm a sentinel. Get some. And perfection. They attempt to go in here. We're not going to accept this duel. I mean, he might beat me. Champions are good fighters, too. Oh, right. I never got the shot cav on, and now... And now the crossbow have fled. Feels bad. Well, you know. That's what you get for not paying attention, right? And the Juggernaut's not really happening anymore. But if we... Eventually we're going to break these guys off of the front here, right? And then... The good news is these Archer Militia are all going to crumble. Cao Ren is going to charge into him, and this whole block is going to flee, right? Yeah, it's about sending a message. There you go. Get wrecked. We're going to rear charge these G Militia. They're not braced, so they won't expect it. Oh yeah, beautiful stuff. Our bowmen are still online. Now, they are trying to duel me. He's juiced up in power from that duel being lost. I bet we'd still beat him, though. Oh, he got me. The good news is that these Archer Militia there, a huge bulk of their forces, they are all just running for the hills, and they won't come back. And eventually I'm going to wake up to the fact that I have all my cavalry here in the rear doing nothing. Well, you know, our army sure did good for most of it not even firing. And Zhao Yuan. Zhao Yuan. Just getting absolutely dumpstered there. And we're going to reposition here, and then... Reposition right there. It's just one Juggernaut left operating, but, you know, it should be enough to send a message, right? And we win the other duel. Sentinels things. The Onyx Dragon's coming in with 204 kills. These are 78. You know, when we can afford more, I'll be happy to take them. But you see, the crossbowmen still did okay. And they still have a bunch of ammo. For these big, long, protracted fights, they're great. And the higher quality the units are of the opponents, like right now, we're not seeing very many highly armored foes, but that'll change before long. But I mean, not from Cao Cao. I don't know if he's ever going to financially recover from this. Oh, these are just mounted saber cav. They're not even handmade cav. But hey, getting it done. A nice close victory. Now it's very much quantity has a quality all its own army from our foe. Because of course, you know, five retinues, even if a couple of them are just a bunch of Archer Militia mainly, still gets it done. Negative corruption, faction-wide. Oh, yeah.
秩序井然，则四海可定。
Alright, so... if we put her on assignment for reward the filial and corrupt here, that'll reduce the corruption here by a bunch, and that should be worth the most money. Alright, so we're already doing one of those here. Well, then we will just send Liu Bei off to be a tax collector until we can afford to give him an army. Look, it's not supposed to be an insult to him. You know, how does corruption become a problem in this game? So corruption happens as you get more land, and it's an innate problem that you acquire as you get more stuff. And there's like reforms you can take, and you could put people in administrative positions, or you can build buildings to reduce it, but it reduces the amount of money you make, is like basically what it is. It represents the siphoning off of the funds of your empire to various unscrupulous people that are allowed to be running amok. So right now, like, we probably have just huge corruption if we don't have anything stopping it in a place. Yeah, 70% corruption. So all of our places are only 30% effective unless we have some way to reduce it there. But some places, it's like, principally they don't make money. I just grow food there. And there, the corruption isn't really a problem. So you just say, okay, we're not gonna worry about that. You know, they're not gonna siphon the food away. I don't think food is reduced by corruption. But anyway, we just got like a ton more land at the beginning of this turn because we sort of lied to one of my best friends in the game, and you know, one of my favorite historical figures. Anyway, we did a deceiving. I don't feel bad about it. It was necessary. But it says I'm gonna have a crushing defeat. Well, that's unfortunate. I bet we can work it out. We can probably work it out. Let's see what the terrain gives us. I bet we can be fine. I bet we'll be fine. But yeah, at the beginning of this video, I declared myself king, which kicked off this whole emperor race, which sort of like changes a bunch of things. But I also absorbed this guy who had been my vassal for some years, just giving me money, and you know, being a friend. And when I got him to become my vassal, I promised him that I would never, no matter what, that I would never just gobble up all of his land one day and betray him. And of course, that's exactly what I did. What are you gonna do? I was afraid he would leave me once he saw what I was really like. So I said, Liu Bei, it's time for you to join the Dominion. But we don't have a very big army, but what we lack in size will try to make up for in intelligent positioning. It's anyone's guess as to whether or not that's going to happen. So the thing about trebuchets is you can basically just stand right in front of them. But you don't want to be, like, directly in front of them. What we're going to do here is just deploy all on this side of the battlefield, and we're going to be just very clever boys. Everyone's going to be so proud of us. I mean, it's mainly women running this army. The faction we're playing, Wu, has a couple of real awesome female characters, including, like, my faction leader, Sunset, his baby sister, who is... she's so fun. She's a real firebrand historically, but she's wonderful in the game. But, you know, she had, like, you know, like a crew of female bodyguards, and she was, you know, went around talking smack, and her husband was real afraid of her. Her husband, Liu Bei, is the guy who I got into my faction earlier. They're not married in the game. I'd marry her off to anybody in the game. I want better than that for my girl Sunrin, but... Alright, it's time to get to it. Alright, these... We just need to... We don't need to get too caught out here, but we definitely do want to be fighting... No, not you guys. Oh yeah, and you can duel in this game, which normally I like to do, but in a big fight like this, we need our guys, you know, mobile. Our faction, we get double charge bonus on our cavalry, making it far and away the best cavalry just even imaginable, let alone that you can have. I can't even think about better cavalry than what I've got. But part of that is not throwing it away. But the longer they wait, the happier I am. The more they fan out here, it's all fine to me. But I'm like, no, they've got spears here now. Let's not do that. Let's back out. 'Tis a silly place. Because we've got trebuchets. We've got trebuchets and very, very good archers. So there's absolutely no reason at all for us to be getting shot up here and getting speared over here. Because now, okay, yeah, so that was a failed engagement. We pull back, and now we can just drag across the front here. And with perfect timing, the cavalry rolls across the middle. Now, the thing about a cavalry charge is if you run into, like, brace spears, it's just what you would think it would do. It melts. But... Yeah, there we go. Alright, she goes in, and you can get knocked off your horse, which is, of course, embarrassing. And then you have to do the, a horse, a kingdom for a horse, could somebody get me a horse, you know, thing. It's very important. But now we just need to roll up this side here. Alright, so we have totally collapsed that flank over there. We just need to get these people out of the fight with Zuchu. He does like 1,000,000 damage. Alright, and then here, we just need to bring the cav in here, and here, and here. Get the spears on Zuchu, keep all of our heroes away from him. The man's a menace. Archer focus onto those various fools. This front, totally fine. This front, not so perfect. We're going to be able to go to counter there. Oh, yeah. The Sentinel already getting tuned up. So good. So good. This is really living. We're chasing Zuchu off the battlefield. We're not giving him any chances. Longtime fans of my work will of course remember the poem Zuchu that I wrote some 13 years ago, you know. Sounds like a joke, isn't one? I mean, the joke is that anybody on here would remember. It's possible. I'm on here, and I remember... No, I didn't put it on this part of the internet. Alright, so we're chasing. Cao Cao is a very brave sort, never runs, never falters. You know, so much the better for us, right? And there we go. Zuchu breaks again. And I thought he was unbreakable. Oh, this just makes him immune to fear and terror. And this is Zhao Ren's own bow. Honor manifested. For all his life, Zhao Ren honored his family and never once strayed. You know... He did join my faction when we married him off to our mother, and then is now leading the charge against his father's lands here in the north. But, hey, what are you gonna do? Cao Cao, who called himself the Emperor. Well, there's no reason to leave him alive. And Zhao Pi runs the army now. Well, we didn't get his bow back, but we give him the sword of his father. Like, we need the bodyguard in the Premier army. That's what you gotta have. Alright, well. Brutal stuff. She gets mending? Oh, wow! Haha! Well, I did not know that. Good. Great, actually. So mending is like an AoE heal ability, and yeah, it's for your generals, it's pretty good. All right, well. A nice first turn as the king. Wei's on the back foot. We've taken out 2 of their armies. They might have a couple more, but, you know, where are they going to be at? And Sun Tzu, Little Conqueror, is on his way up. Now, can our war machine sustain this level of spending? Yeah, for a brief period of time. And how long would we have to do it? Look, as soon as we get across this river, Anping is right there. And we won't have to declare war on them. If they let us get away with it, we could just march right up. Just take a year in game once we get rid of it. Alright, so... a deceitful plot. That's exactly why you don't want him to be around. Lubu goes away. Our vassal is replaced by somebody else. Let's see what their personality is like. And a baby girl has been born to us? Huzzah! Sun Lanyon! A wonderful day indeed. For to our house a child is born, a bouncing baby girl, who's a sentinel. Wonderful. I want to make her run the world. I was going to give it over to my sister Sunrin, but, you know, now I'm thinking, oh, why not our beautiful daughter? No, Sun Quan has ever been the heir to the throne, but since Sun Tzu's never going to die now, it'll be fine. Lu Bu! Oh, you know it. Yes. Alright, so this guy is the most overpowered dude in the game. He's bonkers strong. He wants a job. We're going to give him one. We're going to take his stuff away real quick. Just until we make sure that he's cool. And that he's going to hang out. We're going to get him in an army. He's like a real fighter. He gets it done. He's a very, very strong dude. But I think actually, you know, he wouldn't be a spy because he just lost his faction. All we got to do is give him a job and he'll be cool. We can just move him down to an administrator job. That's fine. He'll get over it. Right, right. And then we can make Lubu the Minister of Justice, which is incredibly funny. And make him a very happy guy. Oh, yeah. Alright, so... yeah, that's about as good of a role as you can get. So he doesn't actually... Yeah, look at his loyalties. But, you know, he doesn't bear us any hatred. We know his faction went away, and he's at 100 satisfaction here. So he's gonna He's gonna fight with us. That's gonna be very nice indeed. Now, do we have a spot for him in an army right now? I mean, really, we're kind of losing out by not putting him anywhere immediately. Because, like, look, she's the queen and all, but Lu Bu, we'll put him into an army at the end of the turn. I think. But I think we're just gonna give, his halberd to Sun Tzu, right? I mean, maybe not. Yeah, Guan Yu didn't join the faction. Maybe somebody eliminated him, or maybe he joined up somewhere else. But yeah, we're just gonna. Yeah, probably throw the Skype spear on him. But I mean, can she equip it? I mean, because that would be. That'd be pretty funny. Can she equip it? No. Anyway. Oh, great stuff. We got Lu Bu. Like, what a charmed run. What a charmed run. Oh, and that reminds me. The finest horse in the land. We're probably going to give it to Sun Ren eventually. Oh yeah, we got to wait till next turn. But I mean, yeah, Sun Tzu, the little conqueror, he's gonna be a very fancy boy indeed. And our sister does not want to miss this party. Now here, going straight for the Emperor seat is the play, right? Yeah, because she can roll up this way. Do we march? Yeah. You know, maybe we shouldn't have done it, but we'll be fine. Even if he presses the fight here, even with our winded nature, we should just be able to beat the brakes off, right? Yeah, he's got a couple of Protectors of Heaven. We'll just put the trebuchets on him. Yeah, he won't know what hit him. I don't think they'll bring another army there. They might. But I don't even think they might not even attack over there because here do we, if it's just gonna let us auto this to victory, then yeah, awesome. We'll grab this level 10 city.
每打赢一场，天下就安定一分。欲成大业，必先有立足之地。
Like, do we need this anymore? I mean, okay, so the Imperial, I'm like, that's pretty good. It's because it's the only one you can do faction-wide. All right, I guess we can just leave this place as it is for right now. This place needs an administrator, though. We don't have any slots available. We're gonna move her out of the city just so she could flee if something wonky happens. I don't think it's gonna be important, but you know, our food is under aggressive attack. But we're gonna, I think we stopped building going to stop most of our building just for a few turns and get some money in the bank, because if we need to, like, redeploy an army to a far side, something along those lines, then we're going to want to, be able to do that. Alright, what's the personality of... Okay, so he's an arrogant overlord and he hates us, but... that doesn't mean he won't pay us for a little while longer. And the Yellow Turban Rebellion is becoming a real problem there on that front, which, honestly, great, you know. Some weak factions that aren't rolled up into things. Good. Now, no one's going to want to join us, right, because... no one's going to want to join us. Because we've just... no one even can join us. There aren't enough vassalizable people left. But now we could start trying to get people and distribute some of these lands to vassals, and that would be nice, but, you know. This dude's like actually getting an army here. Alright, our 5 armies doing fine. Let's go ahead and get these people some better gear, eh? Alright, public order. This problem here. Alright, Lady Me, if we give her... this... alright, good enough. Making 5k a turn, good enough. Hopefully this ambush will work and he'll walk into it and we'll be able to smack him. If not, then we're gonna have to fight that next turn. Alright. Long Long still has a positive attitude about me. He does not like the treaties with his enemies or any of that. You know, but maybe it'll be fine. He still has plenty of people to not like, so hopefully we can continue having a friendly relationship based on him not paying attention to all of the things that I do. Alright, alright. Like, there's something here that reduces corruption. It's so far away, though. But it'll be income along the way on the line. I mean, it feels alright to take, I guess. Our reform path is never very planned. Alright, well. Cao Cao is down. Cao Pi is the new ruler. We've got Lu Bu, of all people. Things are really looking up. I mean, they've been looking up this whole time. Oh man, I can give I can just give Sun Ren Lu Bu's halberd. We should give her red hair. We should give her everything. My girl Sun Ren deserves it all. Speaking of deserving it all, let's level up. Whom So Jutai doesn't need that position, right? The armor for Cao Cao, I mean, it's okay. A couple of our excellencies don't need to be in those positions because it's not really that important. Yeah, like this... She just makes everybody upset, but hey, we get a little bit of public order and that's alright. But we'll make Jutai the administrator of... Chen? Yeah. Cheaper militia. Damage, income. Zhuge gonna give us campaign movement range. Damage on Shotcav. Lu Bu just got assigned a position today, so he can't get it. I think we could just move Zhao in there. But, I mean, this would give us melee damage on the shot cav, though, but I feel like we already lost that. Deeming it not good enough. So Lady Mi would... I mean, we already have good enough satisfaction everywhere, though, right? Right. I mean, she should be in there, though. She should have a job. Grand Excellency of Works is treasury-related stuff. We'll just make... Yeah. Jingzhong can handle that. Alright. Shuffling that around, the salaries, everything coming in nicely. Oh, and he's got his special heavy cavalry. I think we're going to not use them, though. They're quite expensive. I guess they would have a really big charge. Yeah, I just feel like our mercenary cav would be just as good. Ma Teng, how could you? How can Ma Teng do this? Trouble brewing, how dare he? Alright, so Poacher, we know Poacher is a bandit one that is going to have mending early, so we're going to grab him for an army eventually. And make him the Minister of Finance. Alright, so he runs away from his home there because he bites the ambush, and now we are going to run in here, take this, and maybe he'll take a mine or something, and then we'll move in on him there. But yeah, perfect. He was a fool. He thought Jutai had gotten bored with the battle. You know, there's a lot of good vanguards in the game, and I have so many of them. And, you know, even with her in a position over there, you know, it was fine. We didn't invest any time into the hand plan because we ended up, you know, she was already over there. We're revenue positive at 7K. Oh man, this is going so well. You know, until it isn't. But right now it's going so well. We're gonna downgrade the city one more time. We're gonna downgrade this city one more time. Well, it doesn't make any money, right? It's got that huge corruption, so we need an administrator here. He won't help. We'll take this manipulator and put them in charge of Xiapi here. And drop the experience building and one more level there. You know, you gotta modify the population that you can hold, right? You can't just have everything. Gotta be reasonable. So here, Pingu, I'm just like, I feel like we just need to wait a couple more turns to get some more money before we start spending it again, because it's possible. I don't know, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not possible that somebody's going to give us a problem. Liu Bao is, like, he hates us, right? He's our vassal, but he hates us. So at some point, he very well might turn against us. And when that happens, we're going to need to respond. And we might, you know, lose a little bit of land before we do. But we're not going to be worried about, like, his strength or anything, right? Speaking of not worried about his strength, Cao Ren waits there overnight. Or Cao Pi, rather. Cao Ren's all the way over here. Oh my goodness, well. Well, the good news is these people are kind of far away. The bad news is if we don't... Alright, good. We can pop Sima Yi right here. Whew! It's like, those are a lot of armies, but... We're going to be able to get here. We're going to dramatically eliminate the foe. He doesn't have his special ability still. So we're going to be able to pop him. We're going to be able to eliminate Cao Pi's army. And then those two supporting armies over there, they're not going to be able to do anything. Not a...
准备。骑兵上马，准备就绪。
Give him the old shield wall there.
箭在弦上，弓箭手注意，
We're just gonna stack both archers here. All the better to protect them. And get the crossbows closer to the front. Allowing them to get charged. It sounds dumb when I say it like that.
长矛兵，挺住，准备好了，鼓起勇气，准备开战，准备就绪，在，准备开战，鼓起勇气。 准备武器，准备开战。
挺住，准备就绪，准备开战，射手听命，时机已至，准备开战。
准备好了，赶快，顽强不屈。
All right, and they cannot put up with it. They cannot.
赶快，加快速度，快速前进。做好准备，注意，加快速度。顽强不屈。
And while we're fighting around the Tiger Guard, you know, we've got our resistance. This guy, you want to duel me? Very well, I accept. Zheng Xiong doesn't have to say no to these. Oh yeah, these mounted archers run right into the withering fire of the crossbows and the Onyx Dragons. You know, they shoot in here. It's not going to be too happy for them, though. These Handmade Guard, they have 35 missile range block and 50% missile resist. So even the ones they don't block, if you shoot them in the back, they still only feel half of the pain. And we're gonna hit him with the old Binding Fury. Hiya! Knocks him right over. And that's all that they wrote there. We're trying to get back to our horse. Come on now. Come on now. Alright, fine. I'm gonna go punch Sima Yi with my weapons then. You know, having 50% more ammo on trebuchets is campaign defining. All the other stuff we've got, you know, sure, if I was a better player, this charge bonus would matter. But since I'm not, this is the real definition in the campaign. Trebuchets that don't run out of ammo. Because, of course, we have a brilliant person here, too. Zheng Xiong is brilliant. Which is a modifier with a meaning, not just a description of how smart and good she is. Sima Yi, who we will hopefully be able to get on our side eventually. We certainly won't be executing him at the end of the battle. Yeah. So if Wei had 6 armies, we have just defeated 3 of them, and the 4th one is happening now. And we see 2 more. And if they had 10 armies, then we still see what happened to 6 of them in 2 turns. So, you know, bad for them for not knowing that I was making moves, right? They should have been like, who's that knocking on my door? But they didn't. We capture everybody.
我可不是薄情寡义之人。
We'll employ you. I mean, why not?
快去！放了他们。
He says, spare my life and I'll be indebted to you. Well, I sure hope so. We're gonna take the money. We'll
都放
ransom
了吧
them, you know.
谅他们不敢造次。
And then they run very far away.
消灭敌军。
And no settlement battle. They have a trebuchet. What do they not have? They won't be happy about what happens to them here. We'll be fine.
见识一下
But that
我们的
reminds
激
me.
情。
It's time to distribute the Sky Piercer and Red Hair. And everyone in Wu is an archer now.
团结一心。
Oh, we want that on him. What a joy it is to see so many special weapons.
当断则断。准备急行军。
Like there, no, we don't want to march here, because... Alright, so we do this battle, and then what's the worst that'll happen? They'll bring these two beat-up armies
无知妙
with
计，
Yuan
算为
Yao
一策
leading one of them, or in one of them. You know, that guy from the Duchy of Zhong, whoever remembers them. Not being so mean.
一往无前。
But we will march stance here.
扫平天下。
You know,
我军
it'll be
所向披
fine.
靡
If they come out to fight us, then we'll fight them and we'll win. Oh yeah, because this army is just like... Say you love the way you talk to us. Yes, yes, you know, it's very important. You gotta send a message to your foe. Otherwise, what's it all for? Like, obviously we deserve to run China. There have been some campaigns. I haven't played this game for ages, you know, it's just been like, I guess like maybe a month and a half ago that I got it. Maybe 2 months. I don't know. I've played like 150 hours of it since I got it, but I haven't had it that long. But, some campaigns I would say bitterly, you know, I don't deserve to run China. But in this one, it's like, I'm pretty sure I deserve to run China. Like, everything is going so well. Entertainingly, this guy, Sunsa, the Little Conqueror, he has a mechanic called Reckless Luck, and if you don't stabilize it, then you just die. When this bar runs out, your character just instantly dies. Because characters in this game can grow old, and they can be executed after battle, or stuff like that, you know. But... And also, you know, you can get married and have children and form dynasties.
如是何人？
But,
安敢妄称天命？
yes, there can only be one chosen of heaven.
为强者居之。
But his specific mechanic is, yeah, that you have to achieve his dreams or his luck runs out and he dies. Because in life he didn't last, you know, so long. And it was his little brother who did some of the work. Some of the work. All the work. I mean, you know, some of the work. There's a lot of credit to go around. Alright, so they'll have a trebuchet, I'll have a trebuchet. But we have one of the premier duelists in the game in a sentinel with these axes, so we'll be fine. We've got impassable water here. We've got impassable water here, which is perfect. We'll just set up right here then.
弓箭准备，做好准备，
And put all of the archers there.
鼓起勇气，顽强不屈，做好准备，看剑，听命，
Alright, and then we'll just put some caltrops there in case they try to come across. So we'll be able to put our infantry here. They won't be able to flank around the rear that way. Be able to make them come to us. Their numbers will count for nothing. Because their trebs are set up in the trees, so I don't even care about them, right? That's just bad. We're going to let them do that. We need to find the Protectors of Heaven and start getting trebuchet fire onto them. They are right here. And that's the goal. The other goal is to get into a duel or, in any case, a prolonged cavalry engagement and punish them before they arrive. This lake, this little pond here at our side is amazing. It's gonna be just perfect. And wow, Chengpu gets beat up a little bit there. But we're going to run in here and roar, and then we're going to, with this roar, they are all gonna run. This whole flank is gonna collapse, and then we're gonna come across the middle of the battlefield. That's the plan. And that's just what happened. Good, good, good. Alright, here we want to get engaged with these G Militia. What's going on here? No, not like that, not like that. Alright, we gotta... These are just G Militia. They will flee once we engage, but yeah, we got a little too precious with our front line there. They are getting overrun. We just need to collapse this way. There we go. Anybody want a duel? No? Alright, now this whole front in the middle is collapsing under the weight of the shock cav charge. Now they do have the Protectors of Heaven here. We're going to want to get on that. But they are fleeing. They are en route. Beautiful stuff, cowards. No. I mean, you can't blame them. Who could stand up to such furious power and vigor, to the obvious emperor of all China? Who could ever stand up? I would run too, when faced with such pure and obvious mandate. Get out, get out, get out! These Protectors of Heaven love to brawl, man. They love to party. They want to fight for a long time, but, you know, it'll only last for so long. We're going to beat down their leader. Onyx Dragons are feasting. Crossbowmen are doing fine. I would switch to 4 Onyx Dragons if I could afford them. I like the idea of having, like, 1 crossbow to deal with heavy units, but honestly, the trebs are fine, aren't they? And we have eliminated Zhao Pi from playoff contention. You know, his father was just executed 1 season ago. Nobody knows what happened there. Whatever happened there. And the old Spear of Lubu doing great, because of course, in the army with Chengpu, he does 70 attacks a minute, which is a really hilarious amount of power. It's just, he's a real strong boy. Oh, we didn't have him on fire at will, so they didn't use their bows at all. That's okay. We win. Yeah, 300 kills on the Onyx Dragons. Wow, wow, wow.
设宴摆席，欢呼庆祝吧！
Cao Zhong, some minor scion of the family, no doubt. We're going to employ them.
讨平乱贼，澄清四海。一时三思，其志可现。
Alright, and here we distribute our levels. Wisdom of the River, yeah, and he gets Gorilla on his guys finally. Strider, I mean, pretty meh, isn't it? You can just give ranged AP damage. That'll, you know, generically be good. And it gives them expertise, so that's good. Alright, and now we walk outside so that if they elect to attack the place, they can't, like, encircle us and remove our replenishment for the day.
一统天下。
Because while theoretically Dian Wei could come down here and try to pop Sun Rin, she'll just eliminate him. Sun Rin is a killer. Like, she does not play around. That smile belies a stone-cold heart and a steely set of eyes when behind a pulled bow. She gets it all the way done. I love her so much. But she can actually just point and click and absolutely delete somebody. Like Zhu Chu, what a fearsome fighter, but he's only got 20 some odd K HP, and she can just point at him a couple of times and he'll be gone. Alright, so we have a possible spy. And Zhu Huang, who would be quite a nice pickup. A possible turncoat, I mean to say here. So, and then Zebu, he also, no, we already got the one possible turncoat. This guy's got several possible turncoats. This is my, my vassal. I guess what we could do is, you know, you could recruit him and try to get him to, like, take over or something. I don't know. You know, he's not doing so hot, is he? But, I mean, he's doing fine. He is, you know, showing the flag here against Ma Teng. Always good. Alright. A wonderful turn. Oh, yeah, we got 96 of the give level up points, so let's give somebody a level up. We should make him an administrator of somewhere. Chen's already got one. Yeah, why not Nan? That's a nice place. Hang out there, riverfront territory. Alright, so we need to find somebody that gets good bonuses here. Melee Cav, fine. But Melee Cav is not Shock Cav, that's just Yellow Cav. Alright, so huge satisfaction, fine. What does Lu Bu give? If we get Lu Bu there, it'll be melee damage for Shock Cavalry. Potentially good. Zhuge Liang for the movement range. We're not going to need the movement range long term. But I guess this is the best for it, right? We get the melee damage. He has You know, the recruitment cost on there, that's good. The redeploy, he already has the ability. I mean, why not? Plus, it's funny. Lu Bu, Supreme Military Commander. He's so happy. Look at him. He's got 100 satisfaction. He finally found a place that he wanted to be. Of course, that means we need a Minister of Justice, and who better than this guy? There's probably somebody better than that guy. Alright, we got our 10 administrators working. The Imperial City is imperialing. And we need to get Lu Bu in an army, like, post-haste. But
团结
where?
一心，
Do we get rid of the Empress? Even though she was going to get mending next turn? I say we just level up Cao Ren, because his cool ability, you know, we want that online. We're not too far from it,
强大起来。
from Heavenly Presence, so we'll, there, and then, you know, if we get enough of the proper setup, we could get really cheap redeployment everywhere, but you know, we didn't angle for it for most of them, so we have some from Lu Bu, and that's it. Alright. End of the turn. Let's see what our foes can do. Oh, they're trying to move in. They think, what if we get all of the armies and attack? Surely then, you fools, you're locked in here with me. Now I don't even have to go and find you. Alright, so they are going to deploy from the rear here, and then we'll have reinforcements there. That'll be fine. It'll take them a while to get to us, and by that point, we'll have bashed them up, right? Right. But since our reinforcements are coming over here, we'll sort of go like so. That's like pretty far away, but it's not really far away. And if they have any cavalry, they might be able to come to us eventually. But we'll have our cavalry to protect in the rear there. Yeah, so they're gonna try to reposition everybody all together. That'll be pretty annoying. We could just let them do it, though. Leave these guys in the trees, because, like, honestly, if they start fleeing over here, that'll be worse. That'll make everybody nervous. Because we'll just... I don't love these trees here, but they'll actually help, right? Because it'll inhibit their missile fire from coming in, and then once they come through. Because I'm thinking that this army will get to us before the other one. Because they're quite far away, and this army is quite close. Because I've got 2 uses of this roar that will just make them all run. So we can go in, blob them, make them run them down, and then come back and home in time for tea, right? Right. And there we go. Perfection Schlag. And we're about to start charging in here. It's just, they're just going to roll up as soon as we go in. Like, I don't think they're even going to be braced for it. I hope they aren't. We see there that the Protectors of Heaven aren't going to be running. We don't want to be running into them while they're braced, but of course we won't be. Alright, so they're still quite far away. And, you know, that the charge in and roar, man, what a good move, right? And we'll just get out now. Now that they are significantly messed up, and I think we'll just walk out with most of the cavalry. Yeah, I mean, they can't hold us in place. There was no one behind us to hold us there. And they are still very far away on the other front. We'll run down these mounted archers before all of these fools arrive. Alright, we just need to get up this way. Very good indeed. Like, stop chasing them into spears. Please stop chasing them into spears. We're gonna throw the caltrops, and that'll hurt their little feets. And then we'll get charged by them. But, importantly, that won't be the end of the story. The cav in this block is already dealt with, and that means that, you know, we're just gonna keep on with the trebuchets here. These cav are really going too far away to deal with that cav block. That was a bit of a blunder. We know that our archers are going to match up very well against their red cav. Or rather, moderately well, but...
军士兵正在溃逃。
Alright, so we eliminate that cav block there. And Sun Ce and Qingpu managed to very roundly break that flanking force. We brace in the wrong direction. Oh, that's rough. This guy wants to duel me very well, I accept. I don't have to know anything about him to know that I'm going to win that fight. I will accept a duel with all of you fools. And cavalry sweeping is inbound. Alright, so do they have any... Qingpu wins and gets a bunch of life back. Since he's about to win and get a bunch of life back, there's no way this fool beats me. It's like, there's no way this fool beats me. And there wasn't. Does anybody else want to duel? Where's my horse? We're gonna roar here and break this block open. Try to pop Sima Yi there. This whole side is now collapsed. And there's nothing to do but run them down, baby. And they took this fight, the fools. Would have been even worse if I had taken it under my preferred conditions, but hey. You pays your money, you takes your chances. A Sentinel duel! Now, normally I would be like, you don't want to duel the Sentinel, but... we've got a special weapon and a special melee attack speed. And they're getting army lost right now. And we win. Clean and graceful, elegant and stylish. What a nice hat he's got, you know. Everyone in my faction is so nicely hatted. And the old Halberd Alubu doing great in the hands of the little conqueror.
这次饶你们一命，都放了吧。
We spare Sima Yi
这次饶
again.
你们一命，快滚回去吧，都放了吧。
Yan Shao declares war on us, but you know, so what, right? Like, literally, so what?
此为我方提议。行了，说完了。敢问意下如何？行了，说完了。
But these people have all attacked our vassals, so we are backing them up. That is what a good overlord we are. Shijin declares war against us. You know, they're not like that close to where we live is the thing. They're not like, oh, Zhao Yun joined up with them. You know, they're not incredibly far from where we are, but they're not that close to us. Alright, the captain of the center has pledged allegiance to Yan Shao. Alright, so now Yan Shao gets these colonels of the Northern Army. You know, he's not an emperor, but he'll have fancy little units for a little while. And here we once again give him the old stab and a kick.
事已定，放了他们。
But we don't get to capture them. It's all to the good. Dian Wei just hangs out in Nanyang here in Xinye, but like, what's that gonna get him? How's he planning to do anything there? And we are about to take the Emperor's seat with my man Cao Ren's army.
天下就安定一分。
拿起武器，全力奋战，则战无不胜。
Rolling them up very nicely.
快滚回去吧！开战！
全军前进，做好准备。
So that's 6 armies of Wei, and here's the 7th one. How much could they have feasibly supported? I don't even know how much land they have, but I do know they're broke. You know, they don't want to abdicate, but, I mean, I'll just take their emperor's seat away.
全军出击！
And then they won't be able to call themselves an empire anymore. It won't be allowed.
吾之妙计，算无一策。占领此城乃是谨慎之举。
No longer emperor. The kingdom of Wei has fallen. Zhangyang leaves as the empire dissolves. The emperor's seat is captured. And now we have 2 of the emperor's seats. Which is very nice indeed. And we'll pump up Cao Ren's level to get closer to the old heavenly presence.
听命！ 秩序井然，则四海可定。
Oh, nice. We have this thing, which is going to give us more movement range for local armies and redeployment cost faction-wide down. We're going to not get rid of that building for certain. We'll hold on to that one. Now, this Imperial City is not in, like, a bad spot for defense, so we don't have to worry about it too much. Jutai is going to just keep on dealing with the problems of the south here. Range damage, yes please.
相信直觉。
And with the 6-spin kick, that's all dealt with.
如有天助，气焰大盛。这次饶你们一命。 拿起武器！摆设宴席，欢呼庆祝吧！
The heir will join me. Oh, this must be their last faction. Well, we'll take her.
讨平乱贼，澄清四海。快滚回去吧！都放了吧！
Alright, well, that's the end of that faction. Bunch of dorks. How could they do that to me?
到此为止了。
But I guess we could go down to prosecute the war against them and Shiji, because, like, I mean, alternately, we attack the Han here and just swallow them up. And nowhere's making any money anymore. Zhuge Liang can do the filial and corrupt. So Poyang probably already has that going on. Yes. We can do that here in Danyang. Alright, so he would accept peace at this point, but what would be the point, right? Like, if he's not gonna, like, be our vassal, because he can't abdicate anymore now that we took the Emperor's seat. Yeah, we'll just speed up on him more. We could give him peace once he's on, like, the other side of the river, but then he could still use his little special faction effects against us, so, you know, it sort of makes you never want to do it. I think we take Zhang Fei's ancillary away, or his item away right now, just to be able to, yeah. Because he wasn't in the field, so we can go ahead and take it. Just, you know, because he's not going to be in an army right away. I'll give it back to him if we put him into the field. I'm not a monster. I mean, I didn't give Jinxiang her access back. I am a monster. At least we still have good trade agreements, right? Well, 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 I guess it's time for this Han enclave in the south to fall. Well, well, well. Alright, time to do this fight here. We know there's just no way they have anything left in them, right? And then we will eventually start switching up our armies a little bit. Ah, they have towers here. So much the better. It is raining, so that'll be a little bit annoying, but we've got plenty of ammo, so that'll be fine. And they'll sit still, and Sun Rin will be like, bow, 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 and take them out.
吾等团结如一，必将敌人横扫殆尽。知己而不知彼，一胜一负。
We'll change the title to King of Wu and Wei because now they are in the trash can. Oh, it's not raining on the battlefield. Wonderful. Wait, why is their block chance higher? I don't need it to be higher. Something is giving 50% range block chance to people, and it's messing with all the math. Okay, circle will get it to 95. And that's where we want it to be. Because if we had it at more than 100, then they won't shoot at it. Alright, let's start this battle. Oh, they're in for such a bad time. Ah, Zuchu. 32,000 hit points, eh? We'll see how long that'll last you. This is like the real army. This is the one with Sun Rin in it. This is the one with the Poison Volley Sentinel, who we've had for many a year. She was old when we first acquired her into the faction, and she's still old now. Dian Wei is using his arrows to shoot into the sword guards here, you know, to great effect. Good for him. Alright. And now you'll see the real power. So Sun Rin is a noted archer, and she can just look out at any man and, like, pierce right through the heart of him, right? Boom, baby! That's so much damage. In 15 seconds, she can do this 3 times a battle. She'll just delete the foe. It's great. 15 seconds later, we'll do it again, and suddenly this amazing fighter, Zuchu, you know, he falls, and that's the power of love, baby. I think that one missed.
龙魂猛士，奇迹！万箭齐发！手！在！
Oh, I got off of my horse and we shot it into the ground. Oh, man. Well, you know, that's the power of misplays, baby.
准备就绪，
That's the power of love.
准备开战！
These fools, you know, they're standing there. They got their caltrops. They're very brave. Oh, man. You know, a lot of our shots just go into the burning tower, but enough of them come out to make it worth the while.
快速前进，加快步伐，顽强不屈。
Okay, so we literally just won't shoot into them. Got it. Let's just get out from underneath that tower. Tis a silly place. And the elephant is showing up. You know, when the elephant shows up, that's when you know it's getting real. They're not going to be able to stand up to the elephant. And I guess we just run right through the caltrops. Who cares? The missiles are all over here. That's the real threat to the elephant, of course. Not that there's many threats that are very relevant anymore. Danwei, you want to go? You want to brawl, bro? You want to brawl? You want to go with Sun Ren? Yeah.
时机已至，开了大业，
We don't want to fight Zhu Chu.
赶快走！扑灭敌军！
Oh yeah, that poison volley just right through the enemy lines. Beautiful stuff. And I just gotta believe in my girl Sun Rin here. Like, I just gotta believe. You know, she's got the real weapon. She's got Zhang Fei's sweet spear. Hit him. Stop trying to hit him and hit him. Yeah, there we go.
快点，进军！
All right, we need the cavalry around for the damage reduction.
鼓起勇气，准备好了，挺住，杀！剑甲不留。
The elephant's still over here doing elephant things, you know, as one does. I guess these guys are just gonna shield wall walk in there. I mean, why not, right? Sunrun acquitting herself very well here, you know. Champions are no slouches. And while she is a brilliant fighter, you know, it just took a little while for her to prove it. But she wins against one of the vaunted generals of Wei. Oh, there's a... Oh, they set the oil on fire. We gotta get out of there. Well, you know... Oh, the Sentinel gets beat up pretty badly there. Rough stuff. No, it just goes to show it's not automatic. Oh, because we left all of the, you know, Well, fortunately... Oh, no! Oh, no! Zhu Chu hit her in the head. No! Well, now the elephant is berserk. Sun Ren falls in battle. And the Sentinel now just charges out here, you know. She and Sun Ren have been hanging out for a while. They were really good friends. But the crossbow are going to very neatly... No, no, no. We're going over the oil again? Oh, are you joking? Come on. Because if they're going to just stand up and let my crossbow shoot into him at point-blank range, that's awesome. I love that. I'm glad that's what they're going to do. You can do the volley if you're in the middle of a fight sometimes, but sometimes not. Well, you know, we get it done. The Lady Sun falls in battle, but, like, look, she likes to brawl, you know. She won a duel against Dian Wei, like... And then, you know, then Zhu Chu hit her in the head with a mace. But, you know, she'll get better. And we get our Jade Mine. Strider, pretty good. All right, wonderful. Now, we're going to assume they don't have an army that's going to be able to come in here. We're going to go outside of it anyway, just on the offhand chance. I just don't think they have anything to bring to bear there. Because with the amount of hurt that we've put on Wei in the last 2 seasons, I just don't think they have anything left. We need to get Lu Bu in an army. Do we just yank the Empress out and put him in here? Because there's no room for him in any of these armies. I mean, we could drop like a Sentinel for him. But not that Sentinel. Not that Sentinel. Drop Yujin for him? I mean, we could. Yujin, not you. Because... So I guess we're getting close to completing all of our goals, right? We just got to take a couple of those provinces and then, yeah, just there. Because pretty soon we're going to be in the very lucky part of the thing where we start getting retinue upkeep reduction, get more movement range. It's going to be a wonderful time. Man, this has gone so well. Because we could just drop Jutai from this army and give this army to Lu Bu, but like, do we want Lu Bu on the front where he's not even going to fight? Do we just grab an army here? Reasoning that we'll want one soon enough? You know, we could just pull Zhuge Liang back from whatever mission he's on. Alright, where do I see the assignments even? He's going to be done in one turn anyway. Alright, alright. Money stable, public order across every province. Decent. Barely anywhere in any trouble, no risk of rebellion. Wonderful. Just wonderful. All right, good stuff. Next turn, when Zhuge Liang comes back, I guess we'll put Lu Bu and him in an army, and then throw that poacher in there for a nice 1-2-3 build. Oh, okay. I mean, this is good. Yeah. He'll peace out with us, swear vassalage. You know, we don't need any of this other land, and why, you know, I'm a generous guy. Good stuff. Because again, if he decides to break against us, we'll just smack him down again. But if we fight longer, that increases the chances of getting to get like Zuchu and Sima Yi and stuff into our forces. I say we just press him further, right? Although the vassalage would be excellent. Because if we're not losing fights, then why... why worry about it? And you know, he's too dangerous to be left alive. I think we're the strongest in the world. You know, why not? Why not?
后会有期。我方有份提案。
The Ying wants protection some more? Of course. Yan Bai Hu fighting for the Han.
你我已谈妥。
Oh, he... They did a scheme to remove all of my charge bonus.
心境澄澈，天下庶几可。
They did a scheme to remove all of my charge bonus. I think it just removes all of the bonus, though. So, while normally that would remove all of what you get, instead we just get 50% of it. I feel like I want to reload now. Yeah. Yep, I've changed my mind. We're not going to vassalize them. If they're going to be doing that to us, then we're going to kill them. They're too annoying to be left alive. And I don't feel bad about doing this. Ain't nobody got time for that.
请君三思，我方记下了。我方有份提案，你我已谈妥。
Yeah, because if Cao Pi is gonna, immediately mess with me, it might have been done, triggered up beforehand, but... And now Lu Bu and him get along better. Hooray! Now, we don't need this army here right now, which means we don't need it here at all.
主公尽管吩咐。
稍事休息，天下宿命尽在我等。
迈向胜利！
居安思危，未雨绸缪。行则同进，战则同袍。
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get these armies into their final form? No. Yeah, we need to get... we don't need the Jian Sword Guards anymore because... No, they do, because they can get the 95 block there, so we need at least one of them. These guys can get 95 block too, so we can get rid of these. Get a couple of Protectors of Heaven there. Keep 2 Tiger Guard, the shields, good stuff. Swap these guys out for Onyx Dragons. Probably both of them, yeah. I mean, look, we tried to run with 1 crossbow for a while. What's it for us, Onyx Dragons always get the value. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get Lu Bu in this army.
我一人便可横扫千军。
I don't know. Do we want to keep his unique cav? Huge armor piercing. They're kind of slow. But I mean, they're why not leave him with a couple of cataphracts? If it turns out to be bad, then we'll reevaluate. Alright, we need to swap out the rest of his retinue. So 1 handmade guard, you gotta have 1. Camp Crushers, I mean, they're good, right? But
此地尚可建成立事。
I mean, we could leave him with 4 cav, 5 cav, and 1 of the Camp Crushers, but I just, you know, I feel like this block is fine. 1 Camp Crusher won't hurt anything, and it'll leave him a little bit of his original spice. 2 of them, 4 cav, I mean, yeah, why not? Why not? And if we end up not wanting them because Imperial units are better, then I'll just swap them to cav right now, because that's what's going to happen. Alright, get our armies more templated. This, of course, is an army that does have 1 Juggernaut in it, unlike most of my armies. Now, these Merc Cav, I mean, we can just go to 4 Merc Cav in this army. One Tiger Guard for holding down the line. These are the wrong kind. Yeah, we need Handmade Guard there. Alright, alright, alright. Good, good, good. Because we didn't add that much cost to these armies is the thing, but very, very powerful change in efficiency be forthcoming here. Template them up. Good, 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 good. That army in the south isn't there anymore, just like we wanted, and we've got our forces of the Furious North here. Just gonna go to ambush and right here, go to ambush, that should be good, and then probably move Sun Tzu across the river that way, and then we can pop into Yanchao and then, you know, cunningly move over towards the Han. Nobody knows why. What a wonderful world it is. It is all our oyster, and we are cracking it open and eating with great gusto. Shamoka declares war against us. Well, that makes sense. Alright, so Ma Teng is also moving to the south there, we see. So we're going to need an army to deal with that. Yeah, Ma Teng is headed for this pass, and Shamoka will be... well, it won't be easy for him to get at us from there. Like, if we raise an army here... You know, the redeployment cost is quite cheaper now due to all of our effects happening. Alright, so we can just... Oh? Oh! Oh, there's a lot of good people in the recruitment pool now. Sima Yi? Yeah, baby. He's gonna be at 100 satisfaction. So... Fa Jing? Oh my goodness, yeah, we're getting all the heat. And a fugitive officer as well. Probably a spy, but I'll recruit them, and my superior satisfaction should make them love me. Oh yeah, we are loading up on all the coolest kinds of characters. Alright, so we need to get him a job, and then he'll be fine. And Fa Zheng's already cool, you know, and, you know, he doesn't really... His abilities aren't that great, but yeah, so if we get... Yeah, you know, that's pretty good stuff there. Wonderful. And she will be... If we give her this, she could theoretically leave with it. But she'll be at such high satisfaction that she'll love me. We'll have to give her a commandery that we don't care particularly about. You never ever give them the one with an emperor's seat. That is a recipe for disaster. Alright, so if she betrays us and gives away, like... We'll give her something, you know, small and unimportant. Yes, the coastal farming region of Kawaji. An important job. Alright. Wonderful stuff. We're gonna give away some experience real quick. Who do we want to level up? So we can just walk right through the pass to go to Luoyang. Yeah. Well, that's what we'll do then. So Yan Baihu, who is at war with Wei, but he was probably coming right here to pop this, so we got it just in the nick of time. And then he'll have to go and deal with these holdings elsewhere, which is just what we want. We'll revolve this up. We need to put Sunren back in charge of the army now that she's healed up. Like, I think these mountains are impassable, but we're just gonna grab this and then he'll reorient to the other side before long. You know, we'll need to replace these generic strategists with Fa Zheng. Sima Yi, once he gets... You know, I mean, Sima Yi might be a spy, but he's a very happy spy right now. And he's so happy that he will one day join us entirely. I can tell it right now. I know this to be true. So we'll get to get another army soon enough, and then we'll, you know, we'll have special strategist. We'll have, you know, we still got Zhang Fei and the armies. We've still got Liu Bei, you know, to put out somewhere, which, you know, right now it's not really called for, but soon enough. Soon enough it will be. Now we're just gonna move. Yeah, so this is perfect. Wei is now entirely on the other side, and is highly unlikely to be able to pull back over here, right? So we're just going to...
我军所向披靡。
and, you know, she'll move over here and deal with the rest of that. Ma Teng
到此为止了。
doesn't want peace, so we are going to need to respond to this. But
你要怎样？
as my vassal, he is at war with Ma Teng, so, you know, we'll have that there. But we need to get this up and running right now, right? Does she already have poison volley? Does fugitive officer the one that starts with that? Yes. So we could just go like Zhang Fei and then the poacher. But no, we need to get Tai Ci into an army, but meh. Yeah, we'll just get the Empress out there again and
绝不畏惧。
grab Fa Zheng for the army.
静以养神。
And then
准备作战。
just go ahead and get this army into shape real quick. Four protectors, couple of merc infantry, cause... Well, no, we need Jian sword guards, because merc infantry block chance will go too high. Yep. Then we'll take one group of axe people for, you know, reasons. And, you know, in spite of the handmade guard being very cool, you know, they don't really get too many benefits from having that many of them, so it's time to swap to Merc Cavalry. She couldn't get them when we first had her there. She wasn't high enough level, I think, is what it was, but... Alright. Empress is ready to go. We'll give him a weapon. He's already got some stuff. We give her very good weapons. You know, we'll take the AP axes, right? Right. Good armor. Because again, I think she's a spy, but she's so happy it won't matter. It's just like how I'm pretty sure that Sima Yi is a spy too, but it doesn't matter. Alright, alright. So here at Luoyang, we can either do the siege,
天命在此。
which he doesn't have any bastion artillery, and we've got, you know, a great setup for attacking it. And, yeah. It says we're going to have a crushing defeat, but we're not.
吾等大业。
But if we just wait a turn, we can reinforce with Sun Tzu and not have to worry about actually doing the fight. Because it won't be that interesting of a siege, right? We've already beat up this army. But really, I'm thinking this is a good place to take a little break. Hey, there, and then now Lufan gets reward the Filial and Incorrupt. Which... Right, we got one there already. And one there already, and then I guess we will do it here as well. Where's Lufan at? Oh, he's doing the Commerce Silk and Spice there. Alright, well. This is awesome! But anyway, I think I'm going to take a little break now. You know, the war with Wei is basically over, but I'm just, you know, I need to get something to eat and get on with my day. But it's a good stopping point, you know. We haven't totally won this war, but they're so far on the back foot, you know, and give us an opportunity to collect our thoughts. And then, you know, pretty soon we'll be going across the Yellow River, and that'll be a very exciting time. You know, it's good to be the king. We're the Emperor Sun Tzu, the Emperor Atpoyang and Yongchuan, the ruler of almost all the land between the Yangtze and the Yellow River, which is like, that's a good spot to be. Good spot to be indeed. Money's fine, army's strong, we've teched up, we've got all these amazing fighters that we've convinced to join up. Sure, some of them don't have their old stuff anymore. Nobody knows what happened to it. But I sure am excited to see how the rest of the campaign goes. You know, it's we're gonna win, but the way you win is a good feeling thing. And of course, it's not even like we're not even getting anywhere close to a slog feeling. We're so close to the victory. Gotta love it. Got to love it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. I know I have. And I'll be back later on today streaming something. Probably not this, possibly this. We'll see. Life is very long. It's impossible to know the future. And even if you can know the future, well, you'll know what I'm about to say. But you're supposed to lie to people. No one will ever treat you better because you can tell the future. Take it from me. Anyway, see you guys, and hope you have a good rest of your day. If I don't see you later on. Later, Ellie, if you're still around. Glad to spend a little bit of time chatting it up. What a great time to be on vacation. You know, it's nice to just wake up and look out the window and say, I don't have to go out there. I don't have to go out there at all. Sometimes I just go and look at the clouds and then I walk right back inside. I'm not afraid of the outdoors, but it's nice to not have to go there. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.